Dear students, in Advanced Accountancy Paper 2, subtitled as Auditing, we are discussing various issues as related to auditing. In the current lecture, I would like to focus on cost audit. We know very well there are only two major types of audit: internal audit and statutory audit. Statutory audit is also known as external audit. Hence, these are the two important types of audit. But on the basis of objective, there are four types of audit: special audit, management audit, cost audit, and service audit. In the previous lecture, we discussed about management audit. Now we are concerned with the cost audit. Cost audit is useful to specific type of industries, especially production industries. Cost audit is a critical review undertaken for the purpose of verification of the correctness of cost accounts and checking the cost accounting plan is adhered to. In cost accounting, we have seen that cost accounting is the art, science, and technique of a cost accountant. In cost accounting, the various the ascertainment of cost is made, but in cost audit, it emphasizes on verification of correctness of cost. It means that the purpose of cost audit is to verify the correctness of cost and checking of cost accounting records. Cost audit shall be conducted by cost accountant within the meaning of Cost and Works Accountant Act 1959. We know that Chartered Accountant Act came into force in 1949. In addition, Cost and Works Accountant Act came into force 1959. According to Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India, cost audit is the audit of an efficiency. The cost audit is measuring the efficiency of the organization. The audit of cost accounting is gaining popularity in India. In presently, cost audit is becoming popular in India. Cost audit is mainly a preventive measure, a guide for management policies and decisions, in addition to being barometer of performance. Hence, cost audit is an audit of efficiency. Meaning and definitions of cost audit. In auditing, the cost auditor verifies costing records and plans. Cost audit is a crucial review undertaken to verify the correctness and to check that cost accounting principles and planning have been effectively followed. It is the duty of cost auditor while conducting cost audit to see that whether the cost accounting principles and planning have been properly followed by the business organization. Cost audit has been recognized as an effective tool of control in the hands of management. Hence, cost audit is an effective tool of management control. It is conducted on behalf of shareholders of the company, consumers, and government. Cost audit is conducted on behalf of company, consumers, or government. Cost audit provides reliable cost accounting data and information which can be used by the management in their decision making as well as by the statutory auditor while conducting the financial audit of the company. The data which is related with cost accounting is to be checked by the cost auditor, and cost auditor or cost audit provides data to the management for decision making, and also it is also provided to statutory auditor for conducting financial audit. There are certain definitions of cost audit. First definition. This definition is given by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Statutory cost audit as a system of audit introduced by the Government of India for the review, examination, and appraisal of the cost accounting records and added information required to be maintained by the specified industries. On this definition, or from this definition, it is clear that a cost audit or a statutory cost audit may be conducted or introduced through Government of India for examining and appraising the cost accounting records in relation to specified industries. The another definition is given by the Institute of Cost and Management Accountants UK defines cost audit as the verification of cost accounts and check on the adherence to the cost auditing plan. Cost audit therefore comprises the verification of cost accounting records such as the accuracy of the cost accounts, cost reports, cost data, and costing techniques. In cost audit, following things are verified, namely cost accounts, cost reports, cost data, and costing techniques. Examining these records to ensure that they adhere to cost accounting principles, plans, procedures, and objectives. The cost auditor should see that whether the cost accounting is maintained by following costing techniques and principles. Objectives of cost audit. There are various segments of objectives of cost audit. Firstly, we are looking general objectives of cost audit. Then we will discuss later segment of objectives regarding cost audit. The following are the general objectives of cost audit. Number one, to establish the accuracy of costing data. The first objective of cost audit to establish the accuracy of cost data. It means that in cost audit, it is seen that the costing data is accurate. To ensure that cost accounting principles are governed by the management objectives and these are strictly adhered to in the preparing cost account. Another objective to see that whether the cost accounting principles are followed while maintaining cost accounts. To ensure that the cost records and accounts are correct and also detect errors, faults and malpractices in the existing system. That is very important objective of cost audit to ensure that cost records are correctly maintained and to detect errors, frauds and malpractices in the existing concern or system. To check up the general working of costing department of the organization and to make suggestions for its improvements. The cost audit measures the performance of cost department and suggests certain suggestions for its improvement. To help the management in taking correct decision on certain important matters. The task of management is concerned with take major decisions, take correct decisions, take timely decisions. For that, cost audit is helpful to the management. These are the general objectives of cost audit. Now, social objectives of cost audit. Firstly, we seen general objectives of cost audit. Now we are looking social objectives of cost audit. To regulate production, economic use of resources and preventing wastage. This is the first objective of social regarding social of cost audit. There are various types of industries. Cost audit will see that the procedure of production is proper and the various resources of productions are properly utilized and there is proper prevention of wastage. To ensure optimum utilization of resources, that is human, physical and financial. The resources are classified as human resources, physical resources and financial resources. These in cost audit it is seen that whether these resources are utilized in full capacity. To suggest measures to reduce abnormal wastage of material. Cost audit suggests to avoid wastage, especially abnormal wastage. To determine the fair prices and proper valuation of stock. Fair prices are determined in costing and it is seen that whether the valuation of inventory is proper or not. To reduce the amount of detailed checking by the external auditor if effective internal cost audit system is in operation. Effective cost audit internal system is in exist that reduces the cost of external auditor work. These are the objectives of cost audit as related to social. It means that we have classified cost objectives of cost audit by two ways, namely general objectives of cost audit and social objectives of cost audit. Now we are discussing advantages of cost audit. There are various advantages derived from cost audit and that are useful to management, government, society. So firstly, we are focusing what are the advantages of cost accounting to the management. It reduces the cost of production through plugging loopholes relating to the wastage of material, labor, overheads, inconsistency, irregularity in production. To take corrective measure, it helps to management to regulate production. First advantages is derived from cost accounting to the management is that because of conducting cost audit, it is possible to find out loopholes regarding wastage of material, labor, overheads, inconsistency and irregularity. And this after this, cost auditor suggests suitable measures and it helps to the management to regulate production. To regulation of production is possible because of cost audit. Because cost auditor is a watchdog. Loopholes can be detected at early stage. Wastage can be reduced regarding material, labor and overheads. Overheads means the aggregate amount of indirect material, indirect labor and indirect or expenses. Cost audit serves as a basis for making decisions such as discontinue of the production of a particular product and decide to make or buy an input. For taking decision, cost audit is very important because data is available in cost accounts and that can be verified in cost audit and it is possible to take decisions regarding to close unprofitable activities or disconnecting the particular part of production or discontinuing the production of a particular product and also decides regarding whether the raw material will or produce buy or produce decision can be also taken with the help of information provided by cost audit. Cost audit provides reliable data for managerial decisions, determination and allocation of cost and products. Hence, cost audit provides reliable data for managerial decisions. There are various types of managerial decisions and that are crucial. It acts an effective managerial control for decision detection of errors, frauds and irregularities. So a reliable and smooth functioning of system is continued. For smooth and efficient working of the organization, cost audit treated as effective managerial tool for detection of frauds, errors, irregularities and malpractices. Cost audit can fix responsibility of an individual whether irregularities or wastage is found. Responsibility particular person or personnel or man is treated responsible for a particular type of job on the basis of allocation of responsibility made by the management. It also enable comparison among different units of the factory in order to find out the profitability of the different units. Cost audit is useful to measure the profitability of different units. It ensures that the cost accounts are maintained in accordance with the principles of costing employed in the industry concerned. Then, advantages of cost audit to the shareholders. In case of companies, equity shareholders are the real owners of the company. They scattered all over the country. They do not participate in day-to-day transaction of a company. They appoint their representative called as board of directors. They take major decisions on behalf of shareholders. So, what are the advantages derived from cost audit to the shareholders? So, see, the under mentioned are the certain advantages of cost audit to the shareholders. Cost audit ensures that the proper records are maintained as purchase, utilization of material, and the expenses incurred on various items. It also ensures that the industrial unit has been working efficiently and economically. Cost audit is termed as an audit of efficiency. Because of cost audit, it is possible to see that proper utilization of material and expenses. The cost audit enables shareholders to determine whether or not they are getting a fair rate of return on investment. It serves as a measure to determine the managerial efficiency. The amount the amount invested the amount invested by the shareholder in the company that can be utilized properly, that is ascertained with the help of cost audit, and it is also helpful to measure whether the return on investment is proper or not. Cost audit tries to present a true picture of the company's state of affairs, particularly the appropriateness of expenditure and the rules and policy procedures. Cost audit serves as a tool to know whether money, plant and equipments and other sources are being properly utilized. Cost audit focuses on proper utilization of available resources in the organization. Optimum utilization of resources would lead to wealth appreciation. If the resources are properly utilized, it leads to wealth maximization or appreciation. Then, advantages of cost audit to the society. Cost audit reveals Cost audit reveals true cost of production. Therefore, the consumer is saved from exploitation. Cost audit improves the efficiency of industrial units. The price increase of a product by the industry is not allowed without justification. It means price increase is approved after justification if justification is found correct. The consumer will determine the final price to be paid on the basis of exact cost plus an agreed margin of profit. The customer is king in the modern market. Therefore, by taking into account the interest of customer, the cost audit determine the prices of the product on the basis of actual expenses incurred by the industry plus certain margin. Then advantages of cost audit to the government. Cost audit assists the tariff board in deciding whether tariff protection should be extended to a particular industry or not. To decide whether any particular industry should be given any subsidy in order to develop that industry whenever government is approached. Cost audit provides reliable data to the government for fixing up ceiling prices of the various commodities and services. Cost audit is helpful to the government for fixing ceiling prices of various commodities and services. And these prices are determined by taking into account public interests regarding fair price of the product. It enables the government to ascertain the cost of work under cost plus percentage contract if it is done by the proper examination of cost record. Cost statements may helpful to authorities in levying tax or duty on the cost finished products. Because of cost statement, it is possible to determine tax liability of the organization. Cost audit reveals the areas of inefficiency in the industry in levying tax or duty on the cost of finished products. It reveals the areas of inefficiency in the industry, thus enables entrepreneurs to take corrective action so that the cost of production may be reduced and the goods are made available to the consumers at proper rate. Cost audit facilitates the settlement of individual and trade disputes of the companies. Cost audit is helpful for settlement of industrial and trade disputes. To check shortage of essential products and to help to club profiteering control prices. So these are the advantages derived from cost accounting to the government. Hence, in the present lecture, we focused cost audit. Firstly, we see meaning and definition of cost audit. Then we focused objectives of cost audit. Objectives of cost audit have been classified into two parts: general objectives and social objectives. Then we discussed the advantages of cost audit to the management, to the shareholders, to the society, to the government. So this is the certain part of cost audit discussion. Then for next lecture, I will also complete the remaining part of cost audit. So this lecture is entirely related with cost audit. I will also conduct another lecture regarding cost audit. Thank you for patiently listening.